this is right now in crossover screen, as you already know. I do have 3 different massings. I do have a north direction, which I'll be using all in this playlist. But in this very first video, I'll be taking you through how we can select massings in between these 3 options. So let's define these B-wraps one by one. So this is option 1, this is option 2, and this is option 3. So if I grab a stream filter, as you remember from our previous videos, these are going to be my streams, and I'll be creating a gate by using value list. Okay, so if I grab a value list, right click to it, edit it, and then I can say option 1 equals 0, copy this and paste it and paste it. Option 2 is number 1, option 3 is number 2. So if I connect this all, grab a B-wrap here, and what I already have is select this guy. Option 2, option 3. The next thing that I'll be doing is I'll be deconstructing this face, right? Like faces, because I want to have, like, let's say south face, and this is my north. So what I can do here is first, before we proceed with these, I can come over here and then create my vectors. If I have a vector, right click to it, set one vector, and then set start point. This is going to be my start point of my vector, and I can send it over here. And then I can say on top of this, grouping this scribble, I can say north of this. And I can put the next vector that I want to put in is, I want to remember, that's why I put this way. Copy this and paste, set one vector and start point, put this in, and this is going to be my east vector. I'll be copying this and pasting this all. Right click, set one vector, stop point, mid, and go in the clockwise, south, and what I'll be doing the first, east, set one vector, start point, mid, and this is why I created this. So what I'll be doing is, if I can sort of create my select my faces based on these directions, that would be nice, right? Because you may want to work around with west, east, so on and so forth, and I can copy this and paste this here. Delete this one maybe. Well, not that one, deleting that one, deleting the B-wraps, pulling this up, and right click to it, edit. We can start north as 0, east as 1, south as 2, west as 3. Click OK. So south means 3, it's going to give us the 3. So this is pretty much what we are seeing here as our vectors, right? Like the y vector. If I grab the north, what I'll be seeing is my north is here, which I have created. And the next thing that I want to do is to create the links in between. Right? To create the links in between, what I can do is I can grab the faces of each, normals of each face, and if I grab an area, you remember this probably surface closest point. So my point is going this. If I pull out another surface just to have a clear understanding, I'll have a UV point. If I grab another surface here, another one here, I put evaluate surface. This is my surface and this is my UV point. So if I clear everything off, if I vector this, this is my point and these are my, so if I just maybe post it, yeah. So you see my vectors are here. Obviously there are some off vectors because you see this guy especially is having kind of a curve on it. If I make it option 1, you see it's completely perpendicular. Option 2, almost perpendicular, but it's a bit shifted. And option 3 is shifted. And if I grab the angle between these two, this one and this one, what I'll have is the angle, right? Angle in radians. So if I grab this radians, sorry, if I grab this degrees into radians into degrees, what I'll be seeing is I'll be seeing the degrees, right? So like you see 90, 90, almost 0, and so on and so forth. So like the 0 meaning in this case, since I'm working with north, 0 meaning this guy, right? And 90s are these guys, and basically the other one, which is this here, 153 comes here. So what we are trying to understand is like which is my north face in this particular exercise. In this particular one, my north face is the one with the 0, right? But what about the south? So if I grab the south, you see nothing but like the south now is showing this guy, right? So if the distance between, or if the angle between my south and all these vectors are not equal 90 or 180, then I'm doing it. But the best thing to do this is basically sort these surfaces. Grab another surface here. I sort these surfaces based on these degrees. And if I grab a list item and put this in, you see what I'm having now is basically, I can privilege off. It's all off. So what I am having is south, so east and south, west and north. So I'm already like selecting the surfaces based on this guy. So option 2 the same, option 1 the same. So what we have accomplished here is basically based on the orientation of our massing, we select, or based on the orientation of our faces, we are extracting the face that we are going to work with. So I can group this because this is quite important. I can group this. This is quite this here. I can group this also. This is quite important, and I can group all this because they are as well. So with this being said, it's the end of our first video. In the second one, I'll be talking about how we subdivide this surface.